Hi, folks. Thanks for joining to check out this video today. My name is Tim Loudon. I'm a product manager on the Data.gov team here at the General Services Administration in the federal government. And I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about Data.gov, give you a quick demo of how you can find data there, and then particularly talk to you about a new feature that we implemented, which we're excited to show you, our metrics section. So first, as you can probably take notice here, if you click on Data.gov, we are at the home page and got a few different things here, the mission, some facts about Data.gov, but the real sort of bread and butter is searching for data sets. Data.gov is the federal government's clearinghouse for open data. So I clicked in the search box in the middle of the page here and typed in the word meteorite. And if I click search, it will then search the Data.gov catalog for data sets that have matched the relevant search term. In the middle of the page, our first entry is meteorite landings. If I am interested in that particular topic, as an example, I can click right on the header, and it brings us to the meteorite landings page. So Data.gov shows you the metadata for the data that is produced by, in this case, NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. And NASA provides us with a public URL containing the metadata that we harvest and format into this page. So at the top of the page, there's a description for the data sets. At the bottom of the page, there is an expandable table that gives you more metadata about when it was first published, when it was modified, things like that. And in the middle of the page, there are links for downloading the actual data set. And so in this case, we have a CSV, comma, separated values file, a JSON file, an XML file, and an RDF file. There's also a link to a landing page that if I click the visit page button next to that particular row, it will take me out to the data.nasa.gov information. So in a lot of cases, we have the aggregated information for over 100 different agencies that's all pours into this site, but sometimes they'll give you a link out to their site to find more data via an outbound link. All right, now that we've displayed a dataset page for the meteorite landings and described how you can search the catalog for any keyword topic that you'd like, I'm going to click up at the top in the metrics section. Here we are at data.gov/metrics, which is a new section we created a few months ago, designed to give the public and agency users more insight into the top data sets, the top downloaded files, the top outbound links, and more metrics. So at this main page, we have site-wide metrics. The report date that's shown here is 11/30/2024, and all data represents the calendar month, which ends at that report date. So this data reflects November of 2024. The total page views we had over that time was a little under 1.5 million. There's a table that describes users by device type. The vast majority of users to data.gov are on desktop, although I do have to say a shout out to the 20 users who visited via smart TV. As we move down, we have tables here for most downloaded dataset files. And the table displays a list of the top downloads. Also, because a lot of times these links to show the file specific URLs are not entirely descriptive, the page title and the page from which it was clicked on is also available. And you can click on the electric vehicle population data page and see where this particular download existed. As we continue to scroll, the next table is the most clicked outbound links on the site. The top outbound link click from the month of November is the fruit and vegetables price index hosted by USDA. And if we go further down, we've got some metrics on the number of data sets per organization. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has the most data sets on the Data.gov catalog at over 100,000, and so on. Finally, there's a table for number of harvest sources per organization, which is a little more geared towards our agency users to understand how many sources we are harvesting in order to create dataset pages. But the real bread and butter here, and what we're really proud of, is you can filter this by organization. So if I click up in the top organizations search box, and I'm going to just type in, we get a look ahead. I'm going to click on the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Once we choose NASA from the search box for organization, we're presented with a page for organization-specific metrics for November. And we have tables that are filtered specifically for NASA dataset pages. So the top viewed dataset page was the meteorite landings page, which is why I searched for meteorite when we were back on the catalog. The top downloaded dataset file was also the meteorite CSV. People are very interested in meteorites when visiting or looking for NASA data. And the most clicked outbound link was also an outbound link for the meteorite landings page at NASA as well. Now, one nice feature about all of this data is that for the sake of real estate on a website page, our tables are only 10 rows in the user interface. But for every report, you can click below the table on the download full report link, and it will download the much larger report, which can be hundreds or, depending on the agency, thousands of rows long. And that exists for everything that we're showing you. The downloaded dataset files, the outbound links, the dataset pages, it's all available for you to click and download in its entirety. And lastly, you can click on the red button at the top of the organization page marked View Harvest Source Data. And then what's displayed is the information related to that particular harvest source. The table here shows the frequency of this NASA harvest source is daily, and it was last harvested on December 16th, which happens to be the day before this recording. So it's easy to monitor the freshness of any data source as well. So that's our new metrics section. We're really excited to be able to offer it to you. We hope that folks take a look at it and use it. And if you have any questions or comments related to the metrics section, or really anything about the Data.gov catalog, you can email us at datagovsupport@gsa.gov. Thanks so much.